What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I have two stories coming out the state penitentiary. For anybody that doesn't know where penitentiary came from, it comes from being penitent. Penitent. Look that up if you don't know what it means. Just a little piece of wisdom before we get going into the gruesome details of these two stories I got coming your way. The first story is about an inmate who knew he was about to get got, but I'm sure he didn't know that he was gonna get got this many times. And the second story is about a correctional officer that put in some damn work on an inmate. All right, this shit's crazy, man. So the first story, titled, "Victim Knew He Was Target Before Fatal Stabbing in Nevada Prison." Nevada? Which one is it, Nevada or Nevada? I'm just gonna say Nevada, because if I say Nevada, I feel a little redneck. I had too much coffee this morning. I do apologize. I'm on my jokester mood. Hours before he was attacked and killed, Andrew Thurgood called his fiancée and warned her he was in danger. "Something might happen today," he said on a recorded prison call. "My big homie told me that the Dubs are supposed to jump me today." Thurgood, who was later stabbed 52 times. 52! That's unbelievable. They were on a mission. But it gets crazy, it gets crazy. Inside a locked cell at High Desert, he was stabbed 52 times. He uses the term Dubs as a reference to the Aryan Warriors. And look, ladies and gentlemen, over here in Virginia, we, Aryan Nation, from what I've heard, there's different types of, groups, I guess, of Aryan Brotherhood and Aryan Nation. I don't know. But over here in Virginia, it's not like it is on the West Coast where these dudes is putting in work on a regular basis. Everything that I've heard about the West Coast and the white guys, treacherous. Pure treacherous. And they had to put in a lot of work to get that reputation, ladies and gentlemen. And being the minority in lockup, I'm sure putting in work in the beginning was very bloody. Very bloody. In order to get respect in prison, you just gotta be a damn animal. It seems as though. But I mean, there's two types of respect in prison. You can respect someone like you respect your elder, or something. He's got wisdom, he's been there, done that, you respect him. And then there's that respect where, hey, you're not gonna mess with him because he could kill you. And some people call that fear, but I believe fear and respect go hand to hand. There are two major differences though. But yeah, white guys out there, man, it's different from out here in Virginia. I mean, there's some trained-to-go cats in Virginia. Trust me, I've seen people put in their damn work, but it's usually for a black gang. Most white guys I've seen were really treacherous, were either like GD, Crip, whatever the case is. So don't ever think that I'm trying to soften or weaken up the white guys out in my state. Trust me, there are some freaking animals in the Virginia DOC. But let's progress with the story, okay? Thurgood, who was later stabbed 52 times inside a cell at High Desert State Prison, used the term Dubs as a reference to the Aryan Warriors, a notoriously violent white supremacist prison gang. Two other reputed gang member inmates are on trial in Thurgood's murder and are facing capital punishment if convicted. See, now this is what I don't understand, and maybe someone could answer this for me. Let's say someone is doing time in California prison. They get shipped to a prison in Arizona, Nevada, or a prison that has death penalty. From what I hear, California doesn't have the death penalty anymore. So what if they commit murder in that state, but they're under, they're removed from California, because they're technically in the California prison system. I don't understand that. Maybe someone could shed some light upon that for me. I'm guessing they would be held accountable for what happens in that state, so. In court on Tuesday, prosecutors presented a letter that Williams wrote to a woman the day before Thurgood's call, predicting he would soon be punished. Now check this out, it gets crazy. "I have to handle something," Williams wrote in the letter dated January 31st. Williams is one of the guys that attacked him and stabbed him 52 times. Williams went on to say, "I will be going to the hole. So what's up? You want to be my pen pal or what?" The dude about to put in work. He about to stab dude up 52 times, but he got to make sure he got that pen pal locked in. I know the feeling. I remember I was about to go to jail. Shit, I had about 10 pen pals ready to go. I was ready. I was prepared, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta be prepared with them pen pals. That shit'll keep you alive and wherever you're at, you know? But that's crazy. He knows he's about to do this stuff, and he's just worried about his pen pal because he's about to go into the hole. He already knows what's about to happen. The letter and Williams' phone call were made public this week. And I haven't found that. If someone could try to find that, that would be just dandy. Corrections officers intercepted the letter at the time the call was recorded, suggested that the prison officials knew of Williams' plan, though he was not charged for his alleged role in the slaying for more than 3 years. So he didn't get charged for this until 3 years later. I bet he thought that everything was copacetic. Everything was good. I'm good. 3 years? I don't think so, Mr. Williams. Thorogood's fiance, the man who got stabbed, Cynthia, asked him to think about us and urged him not to fight. I'm guessing he probably had children. Think about us. Don't fight. Don't do nothing, okay? I need you to come home, baby. Just don't do nothing. If you are a part of some kind of gang or organization, especially out there in the West Coast where the politics are extremely high, you don't know if someone's gonna stab you 52 times or not, you cannot take any kind of advice from someone that ain't living in it. You and only you know what kind of shit is at stake here. You know, you can't just, I tell people all the time, you know, don't swing unless they swing first. Look, there's all kinds of loopholes in that equation. All right, I'm not trying, you know, I'm just trying to give y'all the best piece of information. But if you're a part of a gang, and I'm gonna get into why they stabbed him, but if you're a part of a gang with politics like this and you know something's about to happen, I mean, you gotta be ready at all times. Shank on deck, and that's just what it is, man. But I'm sure, you know, he did take into consideration what she said. Think about us. Think about, you know, your children, man. Don't screw up anymore. And that might have been his downfall, you know. He probably tried to solve the situation in a peaceful manner. Do not let other people, especially out in the streets who have no idea what's going on inside prison, try to soften up the situation. Like I said, you and only you know how serious this shit can be. He said he had confronted other inmates he thought might be the ones that attack him. If there's a problem, I told them I'd go in the room with anybody, he said. If they try something, yeah, I'm gonna stand in their face. I'm not gonna do nothing, but I'm going to defend myself. Cynthia, his fiancée, suggested that she thought Thorogood was an Aryan Warrior, which he denied. He goes on to say to her, I mess with ONS, and they're at war with them right now. That's exactly why they want to mess me up, because I won't be one of them. And you know, that could be just what he said to her. Who knows? He could have had a drug debt, anything, bad paperwork. We don't know. Okay, this is just what the conversation they had was like on the phone. Or it very well could have been like that, you know? Some people just don't want to see you join another organization. And at the time, they might be at a very bloody war. Nevada Department of Corrections Inspector General's office testified that ONS was a reference to the outlaw Nazi skinheads, a rival of the Aryan Warriors. He also told the grand jury that a prisoner who started a fight that resulted in substantial bodily harm or death could be sent to the state's maximum security prison. Last month, prosecutors announced that they planned to seek the death penalty for the 2 individuals who were charged with the murder in a sweeping indictment of the prison gang. And I think I've done a few stories already about that sweeping indictment. It says that they indicted over 23 people. That's a pretty big little organization going on, and I'm pretty sure those 23 people indicted were some head honchos. But the game never stops. Someone's gonna pick up in their place and keep things going. It might be worse, it might be better. It's a revolving door. It never stops. And you know, I've had people send me video clips of stabbings in prison, and they always ask me, why did he stab him so much? You know, why? You know, there's only 2 reasons why, or 3, I guess. 1, he's crazy as hell. The second reason could be, you know, they're just trying to make a statement. You know, what better way to make a statement and get a little more respect on your behalf than to stab someone 52 times in prison? The guy probably already had life. Chances are he already did, you know. And 3, It could have been just, you know, self-defense, a normal one-on-one fight that turned into something else. When they are in, I guess you could say, like an animalistic state of mind, you know, when, let's say, look, I've stabbed someone before, okay? And it's not like a lot of people think. It's not like the movies are like, you know, hold themselves and all that shit. Nah, adrenaline's pumping. You can stab someone like 3 or 4 times and they're gonna keep on fighting. It ain't until they actually, you know, look at it and then calm down a bit and then they might faint, you know? But when that adrenaline's pumping, you can stab someone 10, 15 times in a non-vital spot and he's gonna keep on freaking fighting. He might even still be able to choke you to death. You know, so guys, when they're in these altercations, okay, and the guy he ain't stopping even after you stabbed him 4 times, he's still fighting and choking you out. What are you gonna do? Ta 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 ta. That's what you're gonna keep on doing it until he stops. That's why people get stabbed up so much. And you know, these shanks, some people got shanks only like this big. I mean, they're not gonna do too much damage unless you do it 100 times. You know, shanks come in all shapes and sizes, you know, and then, you know, that's what it is. That's what it is. And then if you do happen to have life already, shoot, he's gonna do as much damage as he can to the guy just to build up a crazy war story reputation to follow him all throughout the life that he was sentenced to in prison. Reputation, baby. That shit will be passed on through prison to prison. You will become a legend. The legends in prison are the killers, the vicious individuals. You don't hear anybody, oh, that legendary guy right there, he used to help all the diabetics and all the old timers. He's a legend. You ain't gonna hear that shit in prison. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next story is just one of the craziest ones I think I've ever heard. This is the first time I've heard this, all right? It's groundbreaking. South Carolina prison guard gets 7 years for stabbing inmate with a shank. Let me say that one more time. South Carolina prison guard gets 7 years for stabbing the inmate. Oh, shit. This man right here is Gerald Boyan. He is the correctional officer, and this man right here is Kenya Spry. He was the individual that got stabbed. A prison guard in South Carolina received his own 7-year sentence after pleading guilty to repeatedly stabbing an inmate who damaged a light fixture in his cell with a shank. Gerald was working as a lieutenant at the Kirkland. Damn! This dude wasn't just your normal CO, ladies and gentlemen. He was a LT, a lieutenant. Man, you don't see lieutenants putting in no damn work, man. Majors, lieutenants, those guys are in the back in the office sipping their coffee with the nice little haircuts and beards and chilling. So this is unbelievable, man. I didn't even read this article yet. I'm reading it for the first time with you. I just read the title of the story, so this is crazy. Boyan, the ranking officer at the scene, directed other correctional officers to help inspect the cell and restrain the inmate, identified as Kenya Spry, 33. Surveillance video from the prison's hallway reportedly shows Boyan and 2 other guards storm the cell as Spry resisted. The guards used force to remove Spry from his cell and restrain him with handcuffs in the hallway. The guards found a shank the inmate had hidden and safely secured it from the prisoner. The guards then tried to direct Spry back into his cell using additional force. Boyan then leaves the cell and pockets the handmade knife before returning to stab the prisoner 4 times, while the 2 officers watched out of view of the surveillance camera. The victim suffered punctured wounds to his kidney and liver. So that was a pretty decent sized shank. Boyan then wrote a false report of the incident and ordered the 2 other guards to also file false reports. Spry, the inmate that he stabbed, however, has a history of violence and threats towards law enforcement. That shit don't mean nothing, but we're gonna talk about that in a sec. Look, I can almost guarantee in their fake reports they said he resisted, he grabbed a shank, I had to take it from him, and that was the only, I had to defend myself. I can almost guarantee that's how they wrote it up. And guess what? He's got past charges of assaulting and threatening staff. So it's gonna fall right in line. Look, everything you do, even as a damn juvenile, I don't care if they say it's locked and it doesn't do nothing. Look, they brought up juvie shit in my adult cases, so don't tell me it's locked. They will bring shit in front of the judge. They will bring shit in front of the board hearing in prison just to make you look like shit. You know, a correctional officer could easily go in there, take some man's life, write up a police report and say, yeah, he threatened me. Anything is possible in prison. Any story can be made up. And if it wasn't for the security camera seeing this shit and some whistleblowers, this guy probably never would have been avenged. You know, what happened to him? They're probably out getting their home loans, getting a nice, beautiful house. Probably got a Stingray Corvette in the driveway. They're a damn lieutenant. They got ranked, they're chilling, but at the same time, they don't even know what the hell he's doing to people behind bars. And you know, that's not really what's happening. I'm just saying to paint a picture. Shit like this happens all the time, ladies and gentlemen, and it's sad. It's terrifying too, you know? To think that guards have so much power behind those walls, it's unbelievable. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video, ladies and gentlemen. Do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell on your way out. We got about 700 videos all pertaining to lockup, how to survive, and some wild, crazy stories to go with it from people all across this great country. I was looking at my playlist the other day, my interview playlist, and damn, so many faces have came onto this show, told their story. It's amazing how many people I've met. Amazing. Some of them have passed away. And some of them are doing really, really good. Some of them are becoming YouTubers and doing really good. I love it, man. I fucking love seeing all these people that have came on my show and some of their lives are changed dramatically. It's amazing. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed. And do not forget to check out all the links in the description of the video. Add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Go check out my Teespring page for your lockdown. 23-in-1 merchandise. My shirt's a little wrinkly. I ain't worn this one in a while. I can promise the one you buy won't be wrinkly. Go check out my Etsy page for all my handcrafted artwork. It is pricey, but damn, I guarantee it will turn all them ladies' heads when they step foot in your bedroom. They're gonna be like, oh shit, this dude got money. He got a painting like that don't look like nothing, but you know it's expensive. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I salute to every last one who's been supporting me since the beginning. And everybody who's just now joining the lockdown compound, y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.